What's up, people? It's Alex from ASC. Let me just turn this down. Cool, right, so I'm beat. Proper busy day, trying to get everything done, moving stuff around the garage. It's see my eyes. So what we've done is I've moved the lights that were on kind of this wall. They're now behind me, so I've got like 2 bays of lights for lighting up cars when they're brought in. Obviously, don't need lights above, need lights door height. But yeah, it's made a big difference to the workshop. It's kind of, let me just show you, it's kind of brightened everything up. I've moved stuff around a bit. Finally placed the epiq over there. I decided that it wasn't a bad thing covering up 2 of the sockets because I need power for the box anyway. No fire emojis, no USBs, but you know, it does what I need to do. I'm happy with it so far. I'll tell you what, let me just turn off the sun in the corner. God, Jesus. They're great lights, but they're little LED, like filament ones, so they kind of don't use much power, but the lighting, oh, geez, that's better. I feel like I'm glowing. Right, so let's get it in shot. There we go. So it's illuminated, got the neons in. I'm still kind of deciding on where I'm putting these 2 tables. Obviously this is Lotus stuff which is being worked on anyway, so that's no big deal, but let's do a 14-foot epiq toolbox tour because it's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep you this way. What have we done? So I've kind of cleaned off the top of the shelf. I've tidied up all the Lotus bits and bobs. You can now see my nice little mat. Got my TV and DVD. I've moved over, I'll show you the other box in a minute. I've moved over some of the bits and bobs. So I've put 2 of these boxes up here because they kind of hold my scanner, the charging station, bore scope, battery charger, obviously little gold ratchet, big gold ratchet, and my magnetic pickup. My TV and DVD, various snap-on cups, promotions, Clifford stuff, magnetic tray, the nut for ye old beastie spanner up there. Now to the box, what we've got, first drawer is now going to be like my paperwork and junk and all sorts of bits and bobs, and bless her, my little daughter blowing, drawing daddy pictures. Right, so top one. All the sockets that I have are kind of now in one place. I've moved stuff around into the other box and I'll show you that. So we've got wobbly ends, extension wobbly ends, through and through tool, the U-neck handles, the ratchets, but it's not a ratchet, it's a, what do you call them? U-bar. The special, I think it's an FDS socket, short and long. The cutout sockets, female star keys, the VW spline drives, a selection of quarters, halves, quarters, so on and so forth. Quarter ratchet, quarter torque, extension 3/8, torque 3/8. Removal tools, the spline removals, wheel sockets, half torque wrench, half extension with a wobbly head, and a 3/8 wobbly head. Normal sockets, extension or deep and short, half sockets, extension and short, metric and imperial, 1/2 inch extensions, obviously all the ratchets, all the extensions, 3/8 long, quarter, short sockets, sump tools, you know, like the Allen keys, little star keys, wobbly torques, wobbly, what do you call those? Wobbly, you know, wobbly extenders for the extension bars. Smaller thin socket tool, and my little oil doobry clamp undoer tooly fashiony thingy. Then I got to draw for more tools. So these are the thin spanners I was raving on about. Really cool. So you get like obviously a limited profile with them. You can only undo so much torque, but look how thin they are. How cool is that? So really good for when you're doing like, you know, in and out of short spaces. You don't have enough width. They are pretty cool. Female spanners, the Starkeys. Special tools, so I've got my feeler gauges, straight and the curved ones, pipe cutters, windscreen wiper puller, diamond tip terminal cleaning tool, a blue point scraper, but I also use it as a trim tool because it's nice and flat and clean so you don't mess up stuff. 2 knives, obviously a snap-on and a normal one, and my vernier gauge. Ooh. Vice grips, the whole set, and a little clamp tool for the Jubilees, but it's like the, you know, the pinchy one, the OE one. My thermal scope, torches, my extensions for my meter, a power probe, another torch, another torch. It's nice that everything is now not on top of each other. Pipe pliers all the way through, brake pipe clamping tools, the plastic version, and my Dremel heat gun, sander, angle grinder, jigsaw blades, glue gun, all the bits and bobs in there. Then, nope, done that one. Let's do this one. So this is obviously the main spanner drawer, which has got the 3/8 half. Sorry, what am I talking about? The flank drive, the short and long, the crow's feet, the goosenecks or swan necks, the ratchets, the short spanners, the long spanners, the flank drive, all the way through brake pipe spanners, spanners and sockets, the angled spanners, knife and fork and spoon standard. I've got the quarter crow's feet as well as the 3/8, which is quite nice. Space, nothing is now clashing when I shut the drawers, which is lovely. So all of my kind of pliers, cutters, needle nose, long nose, angle, duck bill, mini stuff, trim tools, spreader, circlet pliers, all nicely in there. Yay, more space. Hammers, pry bars, and a big old wrench. Kind of like the bits and bobs drawer. This is kind of like, you know, things like the coilover spanners, the C spanners, air suspension tool, pullers, you know, rivet gun, dynamat wheel, all of the odds and sods that you kind of need to use sometimes, but don't always need them all the time. Then in the bottom, snap-on towel, my tap and die set, a few boxes, bits and bobs. I keep a CD tool with extensions in it, snap-on headphones, some bits for kind of fixing stuff up there. Oh, next one. This one is now free, so I can put some more bits and bobs in there. Obviously, I've got my saw blades, my ruler, Dremel drawer, kind of like the fastenings and things like that. So I've got me bit driver set, the Dremel kit for polishing and cutting and grinding, that kind of stuff, scissors, some sort of double-sided sticky tape, staplers, and the coil kits for when you need to rethread aluminium. That's like my clothing drawer, really. There's hats and all sorts of bits and bobs in there. You know, just kind of snap-on goodies that I kind of keep by. Now over to the new box. So this one is now illuminated. At the minute, I've just got some Lotus stuff on it and some paperwork, but I'll sort that out eventually. I had this off of Jody literally when my box was delivered, and this one just exploded as well. So it's going to go back. I've got the tools, I've got the toys up there. So we've got the snap-on razor, the snap-on truck, the Lego snap-on, the box for the gold extension, and then over here we've got the, car guys will kill me. What is this? It's a Chevy. I don't know what it is. I'm not big on my American stuff, but it looks nice. Sockets, the favourite tools ever, finger bashers. We love a finger basher. Welding mask just chilling there in the corner. Nice big open drawer, so I've got a few Torx bits, wobbly ends, Allen key extensions, my bit set, my meter, my mirror. Woohoo! Now look at that. That one is now not shutting. That's not good. So I've already been on the phone to... I had a conversation with Jodie last night about the condition of this box, and to be honest, I was quite gutted, and I mentioned it to Jodie because the whole point of getting this one was that the damage to this top corner that they didn't screw in properly was I got a bit of a deal with this one, and obviously this one's turned up and it's actually got more imperfections than that one did in the first place. So I kind of had a bit of an argument, well, not an argument, but my Snap-on guy is good. I love him to bits. He does look after me, but I did say, look, you know, we kind of bought another box to get, you know, in kind of a rectification of this one because it was damaged, and obviously this one's turned up with a chip down at the bottom, the drawer paint mark on that side, the two drawers underneath it collide, and look at this now. That one, it is not shut. The screw is in. What is going on there? Fucking hell. So this is something else that's going to have to be sorted out. Right. Screwdriver stuff, you know, Phillips, and you know what screwdrivers are, the picks, small trim tools, terminal tools, sockets, Torx bits, my extensions, Allen key and Torx, the big swords, picks. See that one? That one closes great. But that one, let's have a look. So there's a bit of a tooth there. If I lift this up, see if I can close it. Yeah, it closes like that. Doesn't shut on its own. The whole point of the epiq is there's a certain percentage of rollback on the rails. So these epiqs, the roller drawers, the heavy ones, are set with a slight little incline. So what happens is if you leave your drawer open, it should basically, you know, when the weight's in it, it should pull itself closed. But that one, you can see that side, look, it doesn't shut unless I pull it and put it in. So that's something else that's going to be sorted. Anyway, onward and upward. T-keys, Torx, Allen keys, and obviously metric imperial, some more picks, bit set, longer bit set, my wobbly Allen keys, terminal screwdrivery type, trim tools, ratchet screwdriver, empty drawer for tools, G-clamps, 2 braking kits, pad, stud removal and replacement, the wacky things, you know, the big pew, them kind of stuff, punches, that's the one, spare drawer for more tools, 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 spare drawer for more tools. So in essence, it's now given me an excuse to buy more tools. But this is my kind of going to be my bugbear. I love my tools, you know, I'm a Snap-on super fan, but I'm kind of gutted because this thing has issues. It will get addressed, you know. It's not like Snap-on have ripped me off or anything like that, you know. It's going to get sorted out. It's not a problem. But like I said to Jodie last night, if you don't get discounts on these boxes and you pay full retail for them, 17.5 grand, 17.5 grand. It's over £30,000 of just an empty box. You kind of expect it to be painted. You kind of expect the trims to not be damaged, and you kind of expect the drawers to open and close and not hit each other. So this is something that is going to get looked into, and we are going to talk more on this, because once I've sorted things out with Jodie and Snap-on, you know, I just want the boxes right. That's all it is. I am a Snap-on super fan. I love the way it looks. I mean, it does look pretty epic, and I have ordered my badge, so the Mr. Epic badge is coming. But just, you know, It's not a delivery problem. The white glove service, you know, they really did look after the box, and they wrap it so well. You know, it's not that's the issue. The issue is the build. Either the quality of the guys that are putting it together, whether there's some kind of error with the way that they're doing it, or whether they, you know, I appreciate some things are minimum wage, whether they really don't give a monkeys and they just, you know, throw these things together. But for the price you pay, I expect a little bit more. I just want it right, you know, and as a replacement for that one, this one's ended up with more issues. So we're gonna, you know, it will get sorted at some point. But that's it. So the shop has been moved around. I actually think, I'm just going to back up, guys, give you a little, I'm still here. I'm just going to back up and give you a little show, but I think it actually makes the shop look a bit bigger, because it's not like the toolbox was right in the middle. It's kind of, it makes this wall look a lot wider now. But it's kind of nice. I like it. I've already had one guy walk in and looked at the tools, and I'm not going to repeat the language that came out of his mouth, but he was rather impressed. Of course he would be. But we need to get that one right. So that's, I think, it for the toolbox tour, the big purple monster. And I shall discuss more with you on Snap on Tuesday when it comes. But I'm tired. It's gone 6 and I'm going home to bed. So I will speak to you soon. Bye.